creating something that's more delicate, something more suitable for a gala dinner, something that doesn't shout. It is not loud. This beauty is not about being loud.
No matter. It's about feeling how you feel. You can feel luxury being in an awful place, but if you have peace inside. And to have peace inside, I think it's a luxury.
When you purchase something that you perceive as it is, as a luxury, you must use it. You must even abuse it.
My father wrote a little something in the back. That's the only thing that has importance to me in that watch. Is luxury what you perceive or what people around you perceive, and therefore make you feel luxurious? Hello everybody, and welcome once again to It's About Time. Today I'm joined by Dr. Omar Fabro.
Thank you for having me.
And my wife, Ksenia Dalgova.
Happy to be here.
Today we're going to try something new. All the three of us have been involved in the business of luxury from one side to the other. And we would like to have a discussion about what each of us thinks or feels or believe luxury is. And so let's get started. Dottore, so you have been working in Dubai, in Jumeirah particularly, in the dentistry. And you have been focusing on aesthetic dentistry, so beauty.
Yeah.
Therefore, for me, beauty, luxury, it all comes together. So I would like to know a little bit more about your ideologies on why your take on aesthetics is so important.
This is actually a very interesting question, because luxury and beauty, especially beauty, the perception is beauty, is very subjective. And it's subject also a trend. There are some period in which people they prefer certain teeth in a certain way with certain color, and also might depends through the nationality of the final user. So if it's Latin American compared to European, compared to Americans or Brits, okay, even Asian, they have different tastes in that. So, for example, in Japan or in China, especially in Japan, it's considered beautiful to have not straight teeth, compared maybe to US when they want perfect teeth, no cusps, no design, very flat. So it is very subjective, and I believe it's connected with culture. For sure, when we are talking about luxury, we need to clarify what we are talking about exactly. We're talking about a service or product, or we're talking about lifestyle. Because many people, they're looking for a cosmetic type of approach for themselves. They're looking for a better version of themselves, or to see it, to feel they perceive themselves in a different way. This is why they decide to go through something so radical, like changing the teeth shape, like also can be lips, Botox, whatever it will be, the therapy that you are thinking about to do. So it is mainly connected, from my point of view, on the perception of who you would like to become.
But you take that perception of somebody comes talk to you and say, I would like my teeth this way, this way, this way. And I believe, understanding what the customer would like, you interpret that and give an advice based on your own experience and your own understanding of what should be the beautiful smile for this individual.
Absolutely, but you need to consider also that the potential client that come to my clinic already seen some work of mine. So they don't come like, just knocking on the door randomly. They see what you have done before, and they like the specific style. They know that I tend to do more natural looks, I like style, more natural shape, compared to consider what some colleagues of mine they are doing. They're more trendy type of shapes, for example. There's a very famous, for example, local women, especially, to have very long central incisor. For me, they don't make any sense. I don't like them. It seems like, it doesn't give proportion, doesn't suit the entire person. It's like purchasing a suit that doesn't fit you. So the teeth need to fit the person, and also need to fit the entire person as a personality point of view. So not only how does it look like, the face shape, the bone structure, the teeth size, but also they need to fit everything. They need to look natural in the environment in which you are planning to place them. So when a patient comes to me, I already have seen those results for other people, and already know what they kind of want to. They don't come Might happen, of course, but they don't come generally looking for, I don't know, the Kardashian teeth. Okay. For this, they're going to other clinic for that. When they're coming to me, they're looking for more natural. So they want a more, let's say, refined version of their self. Then instead changing dramatically who they are to be maybe part of something else. They want just to be better.
Oh, that sounds nice. Okay. So you started a recent project when you are taking beauty and enhancing it through jewelry.
Yeah.
And always still talking in the dentistry field. So what have you been up to with this, Dottore?
You know very well about that because it's thanks to you, thanks to Xenia, of course, I start my journey in that direction. After our trip together to Hong Kong, I discovered in a more depth the world of jewelry, and I decided why not to apply this to dental beauty. You know, why do we need to have jewel that are only connected on rings, necklace, you know, for the external part of the body? They cannot be other parts of the body. Why should be considered this only for certain type of, let's say, underground culture, where we are talking about grills, you know? The first thing that you think is about underground culture, American culture.
Yes.
You don't think about elegance. You don't think about that. My idea is to try to shift the perception from that underground culture to a normal perception of luxury, of beauty, creating something that's more delicate, something more suitable for a gala dinner, something that doesn't shout. It is not loud. This beauty is not about being loud. Then, you know, they used to specify this many times that you understand the new rich compared to who is old rich and elegant,
right,
based on the way in which they're wearing things. When you're having a bag that's fully loaded with logos, that is shouting that you achieve a certain type of result. So the idea is to detach that. We don't want the grills with the pavé. We don't want that. We want to do something more delicate, something more minimal. So my micro modification, that maybe they go even enhancing the shape of your teeth. So connecting that to a better perception of your smile also. So that is the idea behind.
Have you ever thought of using grills?
The grill sounds grills are associated to ghetto culture.
I understand.
Underground culture.
No, I cannot. It's not my thing at all. Even like little diamond on my teeth, I'm never consider, and it's not my thing.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, there was a period. It's still present, no? The fact that people put little diamonds on their teeth.
Yeah, there is request for that. Yes, indeed.
Oh wow, it's
okay. But you know, again, it's perception.
It's perception.
Yes, in the right way, everything might make sense. You just need to find the right way to apply that. And then again, it's like you might like one bread on another. It's a personal choice.
Xenia, now we go back to you. The ideology of beauty. How do you apply beauty into your jewelry? Or everything that you do, for that matter? And why? And would you consider that to be luxury?
No, jewelry should be beautiful for me.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't see the point to do. I don't want to do ugly things. I don't want to do provocative things. I know in our world there is everything has a place and everything is existing, but I'm not on that part. For me, not only jewelry, everything should be beautiful, or I prefer to have it beautiful. It can be environment, clothes, food, relationship, these things. And luxury, for me, I think it's a very personal thing. Because for some people, luxury is to have, as you said, a bag screaming that I made it. And for somebody to have ice cream after not having it, I don't know, for a year, it is a luxury. I don't know what was the condition. They couldn't have it before, but no matter. It's about feeling how you feel. You can feel luxury being in an awful place, but if you have peace inside. And to have peace inside, I think it's a luxury. Not many people I think, have this privilege.
So, would you think that by creating the things that you create, well, both of you, I really like what you said.
It is beautiful, actually, yeah.
Yeah, you want to bring this ideology in the object that you're creating,
Yeah.
whether it is the feeling of peace or that little piece of you know, the gelato feeling that you couldn't have and now you're able to have. Is that what you're giving people when you're creating your jewelry? Or
I hope that I'm giving it, but this how I'm creating. I can sit and work on a piece until I am satisfied that yes, this is the one what I like myself. Because I don't like to create things what I don't like. It's for me it's impossible. I will make it, break it 100 times until I satisfy that I like it and I will wear it. And this how I do. I actually, all of my jewelry and other pieces, bags, I don't know, accessories, I'm testing on myself. Because also I need to see practicality, how practical it is and all that. And once I feel that, yes, it's all good, it's beautiful, it's practical, then I start offer it to others.
You know, I would like to add something. I would like to come back to what you said at the beginning. The fact that why should I need to choose something that is not beautiful? I think that is the concept of luxury in reality, because you're not choosing something for the purpose of the utilization. Like, for example, a car. You're not choosing a car just because it moves you from a point A to a point B. You want a car that it moves you between these 2 points, but it also adds something else. There's that sensation of feeling, make you feel positive, make you feel happy to drive the thing. So when you can choose the luxuries, you can afford to choose, not talking only economically, you can afford to choose something that has a pleasant shape for you. It gives you a pleasant feeling. The ice cream, that you are referring to, that is beautiful. Because you are talking about scarcity, what is rare to get access to also. Because I cannot have access to ice cream, or maybe you're forgetting to have about ice cream. It's not that it is not there, but then the specific day is very hot, you're enjoying the ice cream so much, and that's beautiful. I like it.
Yeah, actually, this story comes from a very interesting moment. We were driving, looking for the house in Rosalheima, and it was so hot, and we were so tired. We've seen, I don't know, several houses, and we were kind of getting exhausted with all that. And then I thought, like, it would be so cool to have ice cream now. And in the middle of the desert, we see a minivan just standing all alone. And we were coming closer and closer. I said, like, no, it cannot be. Yeah, the guy was selling ice cream.
Fantastic.
And we had ice cream. It was great. It was also delicious, man.
I remember because you told me the story. So
Yeah.
it was so much impactful. You're still remembering
that.
that. That's beautiful.
I want to touch back on the idea of scarcity.
Yeah.
So I firmly believe in that. I believe that luxury is something that is out there, that is available, but not for everybody. And at the same time, the feeling, it's different from people to people. And for example, one of the other things Omar does, which we haven't touched about yet, is he likes to make watches. And I hope one day he'll be able to start his own line of watches properly, because I will buy one. And the reason I'm talking about this is because when we were in Italy, in Roma, it happened to be my birthday while we were studying jewelry. And you came to visit us. And when you came...
With a mission.
Yes,
Had a
together
mission.
with your wife and together with your son. And you brought me the first Fabbro Unico watch, which I'm wearing today. And it's one of my favorite watches, if not the favorite watch, because it carries so much meaning to me. And I'm the only one that has it. And it's so much so that every time I bring it out and Omar sees me with it, you want to take it from me.
Even now, I was looking at while we were waiting to shoot. I like it. I really like it.
So it's this feeling this watch carries with me. It's very important. It's something that nobody has. it's something that nobody will have. And it's something I can pass on through the storytelling to whoever I will give this watch to, my son, for example, or my daughter. Now,
That's very true.
together with that, when I was 18, my father has this tradition, and he would give a watch. And he gave me a Rolex. I didn't know anything about Rolexes. I didn't know what they were. I didn't understand the meaning or value of it. I didn't understand anything up until I met you, actually. So imagine, and we met, 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But the important thing on that watch was that my father wrote a little something in the back. That's the only thing that has importance to me in that watch. Even though it might be worth, I don't know how much money in the market. But and that, again, it's something I feel it's important to me. And I don't know if necessarily that importance can transfer to luxury. Because here's the other thing. Is luxury what you perceive or what people around you perceive, and therefore make you feel luxurious? So is it the people around you that see you wearing the beautiful jewelry that you have today, or the watch that you're carrying today, or the custom-made suit? Are they the ones that value your luxury, or is it you?
Very nice, Chris.
Yeah, it's
very
interesting.
Nice. Okay, I would like to say something about this. When you are starting, let's say, hanging out around the watch collector, etc., you start seeing two very specific pattern of user. Okay, let's call it like this: who is collecting pieces that everybody wants. Okay, to show the others that they have those pieces, but we are talking about serial production pieces. We are not talking about special pieces. And then you have people like you that have the Rolex. Yes, there's a serial production type of product, but has an incision behind. And you tell the story about the thing. So that has a special meaning for you. So it's not a piece that has value economically necessarily, but has a story behind it. It carries something with you. So this is very interesting because it defines, again, the two concepts of perception and luxury. Who want to have something loud to show that they achieve something, so they want that specific, I don't know, Rolex GMT or whatever it is that the people want, or who choose something that people don't recognize, like the tailor-made suit, make you feel good, make you feel special. When you wear that, you feel like, I'm looking good. You feel it with a different energy. When you wear your special watch, you feel a different energy, a special jewel.
I do, actually.
I like when I wear your ring that you gifted to me. I wear it every day. And you know what is interesting? I like the fact, and I think also this is the luxury. When you purchase something that you perceive as a luxury, you must use it. You must even abuse it from the point of view. Because it is part of owning the thing that make it beautiful. If you buy something that you perceive as luxury, like that everybody perceives as a luxury or a status symbol, and you don't use it because you don't want to consume it, you don't want to ruin it, doesn't make any sense. It means that you are not actually enjoying the piece. You're not actually, feeling that you deserve the piece also. So a watch, a jewel, anything, a tailor-made suit, a car, should be used with the purposes being studied for. And this is what they make it.
Can I put a point? What about collectors?
This is a different point. This is very interesting because when you start having a lot of pieces, of course, you don't wear them in the same way. So you don't consume them, but you're still using them. Okay, but if you collect with the purpose of selling them or to increase the value, that's a different story. So you're not actually a collector, you're a trader with a story of being a collector, but your final aim is to sell it one day. While if you are buying it for yourself, you want to use it. Like this ring, if you see it's full of scratch, I use it pretty much every day. I polish it with the paste that you gifted me because I want to see the shining between the scar. Okay. The scar is the story that the ring bring with me. The same with the watch. I want to use it, this one, I want to use it. So the luxury is also connected to the fact that you feel the thing belongs to you, not that you can afford it. And of course, having a special piece that no one else has, that is also very interesting because, again, it's scarcity. You cannot have it unless you, but again, it needs to be a scarcity that exists as a real scarcity, not like a Rolex boutique that you go and they tell you, no, I'm sorry, sir, we cannot give you the watch, even though they produce 1.5 million watches every year. There's a, is engineered scarcity.
But again, isn't scarcity a design or a mechanism
In this
that
case.
relies on external sources? Because a scarcity is there when there is high demand and low production.
Yeah, it is.
So it's the scarcity exists because there is high demand.
The scarcity exists because to find people that are capable to produce the thing at that level, that the core value of the brand they want to build, they cannot find people. They build that specific thing. So you have a limited amount of people that can have access to, so as a specialist, to produce the specific thing. If you're thinking about, there are plenty of brands. For example, zhə-rē, they produce the reverse watch, the one that flip side. Okay, the basic model is very affordable when we're talking about watch prices. But if you want to have the special model, there's enameling with a painting made from Louvre painting. That's a different story. Why? Because when you go to the factory, they only have 3 or 4 people being there. They're capable to do this miniature painting.
Right.
They replicate the painting from Louvre. So it is scarcity to the fact that they don't have the capacity, because requires certain level of skills to produce that. It's rare to find them in the market, so their capacity of production is very low. And that is a piece. That's a beautiful piece there to have.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. Ksenia, I want to go back to the ideology of collectors. I want you to expand on that. I want to understand more what you're talking about, because I didn't understand very well. So I understand what collectors do. They collect pieces, and I understand there might be for personal or for trading.
I was thinking about personal, because me, myself, I'm not in the trading very much. I prefer to collect stuff. And why I like to collect stuff? Because I like the pieces, I like to have them. Like art, for example, and yeah, you put them on the walls, and I'm enjoying.
Does it make you feel happy?
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
exactly. And I don't want to trade them. No way. At least up to now, it never come to my mind. But it's create atmosphere. I enjoying it. So I'm talking about these collectors. Yeah, collectors who are trading. They're traders.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not collectors.
This is very specific for certain type of things like art, jewels, and watches. For example.
But with that in mind, we can talk about collecting anything for that matter.
Of course.
Yeah.
So from post stamps
Yeah, anything.
to gemstones.
Yes. I've seen one collector of the gemstones. And my first impression was very mixed feelings. I couldn't understand. He's a guy. He brought several trays full of jewelry, and I see that it's mainly ladies' jewelry. And I was looking at him like, how to connect all that? And at one point of our discussion, she mentioned something. He said, sometimes I come to my room, I take these trays, some of them, I put it around me, and I'm looking at it. That's it. And so this is his joy. Just he doesn't wear them. He doesn't wear any jewelry, in fact, maybe one ring and nothing else. But this is his joy. Like to enjoy the bling bling, the shine, and yeah, gemstones are fascinating. And he's doing it. I don't know how often, but this is what he said.
But do you believe this is actually luxury, or this is actually a hobby? Because I think that there is a difference between the two. The hobby could be a postcard, it could be anything that is not necessarily scarce. It can be very present.
It's quite expensive hobby.
And indeed, but depends who is doing that. I mean,
Yeah, he brought like a couple of trays worth several million of dollars.
Yeah, but this is exactly where I wanted to get to. So, does luxury have a price? Because this guy has a collection of gemstones, and it's great. I've known people that have collections of classic cars. And still, we're talking about millions of dollars in there in collections. Our friend Manjeet, He loves collecting motorcycles, and he has classic vintage model motorcycles. It's a luxury because it's expensive.
I don't believe so.
Does luxury have a price?
Everything has a price, but
But does it need to be high?
no, not at all. As we started from the beginning, peace, does it have a price in your soul? And how much it costs then, if it has a price?
Maybe it doesn't have an economical price. It's a different type of price. But I believe luxury to be so must be connected with the handcrafting. It cannot be machine made. If you talk about something can be produced by a machine automatically, okay, without any intervention of man, is that luxury? So it has an appealing shape, maybe. It has the value of the metals on the stones or whatever it is produced with. But is that luxury if it's a scalable production?
For some people, yes.
But it is real luxury. Or it's just like we were saying before, achieving like a milestone to show everybody that you achieved the milestone. So you purchase the thing knowing there's a machine made, production made, but it has more as a symbolism, the luxury.
As I understand, everybody has their own understanding of luxury.
For sure.
Yeah. For me, of course, I prefer everything handmade, everything just for me, for nobody else, and so on. But for some other people, a handbag, what they were dreaming, I don't know how long, and they've gotten, yes, luxury for them.
The famous Birkin, no?
Yeah,
famous Birkin.
for example.
And,
And
it is,
let it be, why not? I think it's very personal thing.
But again, it is luxury. Again, it is personal as a sensation that generates on you. But if we are talking about generically speaking as a luxury, is that luxury? Or is just economical power? Because it's not only I believe, connected with money, it's connected to accessibility, connected to the capacity to source those things, but they're not related necessarily to money. That's luxury. Because if it's just about money, who has more money can have it. So where is the luxury? The luxury should be connected to the incapacity of the money itself, only by itself, to have access to that.
What's the name of this gentleman, my love? The great jeweler that you admire?
Jar.
And
Is the one in Place Vendôme?
I guess.
Sorry?
Is the one in Place Vendôme in France?
I believe so.
And he wakes up one day, he makes one piece, and he offers it.
I don't really know his lifestyle. It's very...
But this is the story you told me, so
yeah,
that's why I'm repeating it.
Yeah, I assume so, because very little information about his...
He's a mysterious gentleman.
Yeah, he is kind of mysterious. And by this mystery, maybe it helps him to create around his name what is going on. But apart of that, he does masterpieces.
Correct. And when he does a piece, he offers it up for sale.
Yes, he is...
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
For sale to certain people.
Correct.
Yeah. You need to have access to
he
him,
is
right?
choosing. You can have access to him, but he will say no to you or to... Because he is choosing who is going to have this piece.
So it's not about money. Money is
it's
a
not
cost,
about money. Yeah,
it's about you need to choose. You need to be selected.
Yeah.
You need to have access to that. That's beautiful.
Does he produce luxury?
I believe so, for sure.
But what is the process then? He has been endowed by, I don't know, mystical powers to make masterpieces of jewelry. And then he chooses the few selected individuals who may have access to this masterpiece that he created.
Okay.
So I think he doesn't do it for the money.
I think so.
I think it's power at this point.
I think it's a game.
Pleasure.
It's a game
Yeah,
for fun.
exactly.
Oh, but for pure pleasure, enjoying doing
Pleasure.
that in that way.
Ah.
But I believe also that before arriving at the point, he demonstrated to the public that he was capable to deliver a certain level of work. So you cannot just start tomorrow and become like him. He demonstrate with this technique, and because I've seen his pieces, actually, I did some research about him in the past. And I think I have also a book at home about him. And he demonstrated he was able to produce something that was very unique for the time. And they create demands and then create this process in which it says, okay, I cannot produce for everybody. I don't want to scale it up because it will lose quality, it will lose type of touch. This is what we were saying before. You cannot control the process. So you want to control everything in between. So this is his capacity. I can produce maybe 1 piece, 2 pieces a year. So I choose who will wear it because they need to, also have maybe an impact on his brand, the perception of the brand. So you cannot be the random Joe, let's say, but you need to have maybe even a random Joe can have it. We don't know. I don't know.
If that is his vision for that piece.
Exactly. Maybe it's connected with the vision for the piece. That's very interesting. Yeah, it is. It is. So what about you? What you were saying?
No, I was going through all of this while you guys were talking, because going back to the idea of peace, we went back to Italy, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, and we had a really good time over there. And I came back with this feeling of longing. I want to have what my friends have over there. My friends are very normal people. They're people that go to office, they go to work, they have their normal 9 to 6 job, whatever, 9 to 5, then go for their aperitivo, etc. But when we went to visit Fabio in Vittorio Veneto, which is about 100 kilometers away from Switzerland, it's in the valley of the Alps. And that's where the valley of Prosecco is. That's where you get Prosecco. And Fabio would say, yeah, once a year I go to the bottling factory where they produce the Prosecco, and I buy, my 72 bottles of Prosecco that I keep for the year. Or 75, whatever. He buys 50 liters, or was it? I forgot. 50 liters. He puts it in a damigiana, in a big container, and he takes it back home and bottles his own Prosecco. Lovely. This idea, it's so beautiful. It's so romantic. And then obviously he took us out for lunch, and we had fantastic aperitivo overlooking the vineyards where all the grapes are being grown to make wine and Prosecco. And we had the best Prosecco in the world, which I don't like, but this time I couldn't resist. It was amazing.
It's definitely different from the one that you find normally.
It's completely different, but the difference is so real. And I would recommend anybody going to Italy to really
and
stop.
And the price is so little.
Also.
So real also, that one.
So his world view on this specific thing, for me, is luxurious. It's a luxury to be able to do that, because I live in a place where I cannot.
But
for any money, you cannot.
For any money.
Yes.
I cannot go and sit in the valleys of, I don't know what, Hatta, and look at the vineyards where they produce Prosecco.
Yeah, makes sense.
But this is, or even to the most simplest of things. When you were sitting on Instagram and you're sending me the videos of Italian food in the trattorias, and you have these amazing dishes cooked by these master chefs who are not really master chefs of anything.
Or grandmas.
Or grandmas.
Even better.
They have been doing this just all their life, and they're really good at it. Love it, don't love it. They're just amazing. The ingredients are perfect. We cannot have that here. We strive, and I have seen you and me go to restaurants in Dubai, pay crazy amounts of money to get close to that. And then we go back to Italy, and we go to the autogrill on the highway, and we just have a panino.
You're happy.
Luxury. Yesterday you told me, what did you have for lunch yesterday?
See what I had to learn. I forgot, man.
Oh, come on.
Yes. Okay, so I discovered that through Deliveroo, you can have access, of course, to Spinneys, but now Spinneys, not to do marketing for them, but they can deliver also pork-related items.
Okay.
So I said, okay, this is beautiful. So I ordered one fresh baguette, some mortadella, and while I had 1 hour off in between the patients, I sliced the bread, I put the mortadella in it, and I had a sandwich with mortadella. Beautiful.
Tell me that's not luxury.
I was so happy, like a baby. Instead of eating it, always the same story. It's always the, whatever it is, shish taouk, whatever it is, the shawarma, whatever. You go back to your culture, because I was willing to add something about your story.
Yeah.
The fact that it is make it beautiful is because it's done with intent. And it's done because it's connected with a culture of doing that. And there is culture while you're doing that. It's not just randomly made. If someone do that randomly, you go there, buy the Prosecco and drink it, doesn't feel the same things that you felt. Why? Because it's not connected to their culture. So your culture, your knowledge, your education allow you to enjoy the experience more. It's like for me, if I'm coming to you to buy a jewel, of course my knowledge of jewelry is not the same of yours. So your perception of what we're doing is very different than mine. But think about also someone really that doesn't have nothing to do with jewels, that comes to you. Yeah, give me this, give me that. And that's it maybe. Where is the culture? Where is the enjoyment of doing this? There is not, because it's just a transaction. I need a jewel because my wife wants a jewel or whatever. While the culture is have the competences to understand what you're doing, and this gives pleasure to both sides when we are having the discussion about the thing. So the transaction, there was an Italian way to say this, but basically you have education over the things that you want to buy, and this make both the transaction and who is selling the service of the product, who is buying it, enjoyable.
To be honest, I never had this transaction.
No, just to say, and that doesn't mean it happened to you. Just to say, imagine someone who go to Cartier, they buy just out of the brand. Doesn't know what he's buying, just buying because it is the brand and so on.
Okay, even if it is so, but there is something create this will, this want to buy. It's not just you go in a random, Cartier, okay, let me buy something. No.
Maybe the wife, maybe the husband wants something from there. Who wanted to know, but maybe who is buying doesn't know. Because not necessarily they are the same person. When you're doing a gift of something that you are not aware of.
Let's for example, there is buyers who are buying things for others.
Yeah, exactly. Let's consider this. Let's say a husband has zero knowledge about jewelry and they want to buy a piece for the wife. Like my first time when I bought the first jewelry, I had zero knowledge, and I ask other friends of ours that they know more about that to guide me into the process, because I had zero knowledge about that. And how do you make a correct choice? How do you choose something that has a certain intrinsic value, but also a meaningful value? Because there are meanings about the color, the stones, so how do you choose and you put that stuff together? And unless you know what you're doing, you're just buying. So the champagne, the Prosecco thing, you're just buying if you don't know what you're doing.
But you cannot argue taste. You like what you like.
No.
You dislike what you don't like.
I don't say this. I say the reason why I make it luxury is that the education that you have, they make you enjoy the thing more. If I want, for example, a motorcycle,
yes,
and I studied a specific motorcycle, and I want that one. When I will have it maybe one day, I will enjoy that thing more because I dream about that. How does it work? How does it not work? I know the system inside, the valves, which type of petrol, whatever. It makes me enjoy more than simply, okay, I want to buy a motorcycle. This looks good. This is why we are making the same choice. Even when you go to a restaurant, you choose also based on the things that you know already the flavor that you're expecting to have from the thing. But this is based on the fact of your experience that you had already had. You already had the dish maybe before, maybe the lasagna, whatever it is, or maybe the scallop or whatever.
I understand what you mean.
And they triggered a certain chain of effect. But if in this chain there is a mistake, then everything falls. Like for the experience of on a restaurant, you're expecting something good, you receive the dish, it doesn't taste as it's supposed to. You know that, what I mean. Remember the last chain de rôti?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
That we did together?
Oh, I remember, man.
So it's not, again, you have the knowledge to enjoy the thing and you want the best. And you expect certain things because you know how it's supposed to be. And this makes you enjoy the things more.
Do you really know everything what you're expecting? How it's supposed to be?
No, but I research if I want to. That's the point. If, for example, I need to go to on a holiday, I will
Okay.
research the place. I'll
Okay.
do video. I will watching video on the before going to sleep about the
You
place,
never
what to
went
do.
on holidays just without research?
Rarely, I would
Really?
say. Yes.
I think you should try.
I like to know how to enjoy the most.
You
I like to
know,
know.
the most joyful trip in my life was to India, where I had no idea where to go, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do. I didn't expect anything. I was like, okay, today is the day. How it's going to be? I had no idea. And this was the life-changing experience in my life.
But you went with the perception with the idea to be amazed by the place.
No.
Ready to open.
No. Zero.
So, zero. You
Zero.
went literally.
I've got an opportunity to go, and I was asking myself, like, okay, you go into another country, you never been, and what you gonna do? So I reached the point, like, okay, I need a goal, at least one direction. What? So I create a goal. I was looking for the factory where I can produce jeans and so on. But this factory, it was in Delhi. But before Delhi, I visited Pune and Calcutta. And there I had basically nothing to do about
With those
the
two
jeans
cities,
production. So I was just experiencing whatever is offered.
Was offered.
And it was different. I cannot say that everything was super pleasant.
Of course.
But and the end of the day, it was fantastic. This was
Nice.
It was it changed my life.
Nice.
Because it was first time in my life. I was not expecting anything. I just let it go, and I was taking care of myself every time, telling myself, I am safe. Everything will be fine with me. With these words, I was exiting a hotel and going God knows where. and actually, I managed to reach into whatever places. And so I think expectations sometimes kill not sometimes, especially if expectations what was not reached, it kills the moment what you have.
Yeah, cool.
I
If
have
it's
had this.
expectation.
I have had this happen to me plenty of times. I buy something with the expectation that it's going to be a certain way according to what I
ABCD.
acquire, and then I'm like, it fumbled. It's just not the way it is.
You made me think about the watch that you bought together.
Oh man, yes. But this is
They
my
had zero
personal
expectation,
thing, you know. But it's like that, and I agree with both of you, by the way, huh? Because when you're talking about luxury and you talk about the experience and the knowledge and how you value and appreciate, and this comes from knowledge and from learning what went behind making a certain piece or building the car. I believe that has to do a lot also with marketing and how the marketing of a company educates you. Ferrari, for example.
Yeah.
Historical knowledge. I mean, I'm talking about cars because I like cars. But Ferrari, it's a history of racing knowledge, il cavallino rampante. And you look at their advertisements, and they're all around their engineering. What materials are involved, the technology involved, the precision of every single cut and bolt and piston and whatnot. So it's educating you. Like, this is worth the money because of this. Same with Rolls-Royce cars, for that matter. All the cars are telling you why you should spend the money to do it, on them. Jewelry is the same. The commercially available jewelry today, it's telling you why. The ideology of the solitaire as an engagement ring, that was a fabricated ideology. I believe it was the Beers, if I'm not
The
wrong.
Bears. I did it.
And they created this idea that whenever you propose to a woman, you present to them a solitaire, a sign, a symbol of devotion, purity, as well as economical power.
Yeah.
You buy the how many carats it is. What's the minimum carat that to be acceptable, more or less, back in the day? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I
It's,
knew
At
there
least
was,
one?
I knew that was related to your economical power. It's
Correct.
supposed to be like 3 salary of your whatever.
Oh, there is a
Something
rule.
like that.
There's
Yeah,
like
there
3
was a-
salaries.
Ah, okay.
So there
Yeah,
was
there's a whole
there was
rule
a
behind
kind
it.
of rule.
okay.
They in any case.
They brainwash everything very well. Yeah.
But for me, that solitaire, beautiful, it's not luxury. It's just a testament to how much money you spent.
Again, so it's a status symbol.
Yeah, but again, it's
It's
your,
a status symbol.
it's
not
your
luxury.
personal perspective.
But I'm talking
for
about
you.
me.
Okay.
Because my ideology of luxury is barbecuing on the weekend.
For sure.
That was beautiful, for sure.
But it's
It is.
it's
It
a
is.
simple
It's quality
thing.
of time.
It's quality of time. And so I go back to what Xenia said from the beginning, that moment of peace. Peace is luxury. And I don't know.
I believe peace is luxury when you want to have peace.
When you don't want to have peace.
Maybe you want to do something. Maybe you want to have
So
active
the freedom
moments.
to choose then.
Exactly.
So the freedom and the ability
to have access to.
have access to the peace when you want it, the chaos when you want it. Yeah, that also is.
Think about a busy road in China full of people, and then you're there in the middle. You're the only white guy walking there.
Oh,
that's
it's
chaos.
super cool.
That's super cool. But you
Yeah.
choose to be there, and then you choose to go back to the hotel, maybe to sleep a little bit and rest a little bit. It is the capacity, the power to have access to. Yeah. But if we are talking about items more than experience, because
But-
experience it is even more complex. I think the topic. If we talk about items.
No expectations. Again, sorry, I wasn't finished. You went to India. You went to look for a factory for jeans. Why?
I didn't know about this story, by the way.
Well, this is a very good story.
you know.
Why? What were you planning to do with that?
I wanted to make my own brand of jeans.
And were those jeans going to be luxurious?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Why?
Because I wanted to put a lot of. I didn't want to make ordinary jeans, like plenty of them.
Okay.
I wanted to do embroidery on it, some crystals, beads, and to make
Custom.
interesting designs. Not custom because
Okay, not for every customer different, but a line of very
Yes.
specific,
yeah,
different type
few
of
models, different designs, but not custom made.
Okay. So, and here is a topic I want to touch specifically. That's why I asked you about the jeans. So you wanted to make a luxury product that is produced by very humble people.
Actually, at that moment, I didn't think about luxury whatsoever. For
I know.
me, it was first experience, and I was just testing myself, testing grounds,
Yes.
tasting idea.
maybe
But,
just simply to build something different.
Not correct,
No
but-
necessarily to be luxury.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying this is because when I went to Roma together with Xenia, and you were there as well, to study jewelry making, goldsmithing, and I met some of these masters. They're very humble people. They are artisans.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, they're no much different than a mechanic working
Very
with their
true.
tools.
Very true.
They are people that are working with their hands, that have acquired mastery in what they do through years of practice and repetition. And but they're very humble individuals who create stunning pieces. How is it the luxury comes from these very humble roots?
From which roots it should come?
I don't know, but you know, you walk into Mall of Dubai and you go to luxury areas, and my God, it's everything. It's there: the lights, the shine, the boom, the showboating, which is the ability to show off. It's ridiculous. you feel, if you don't go in there with a purpose,
Yes.
they'll snob you.
Yeah.
This is you feel like this.
No, I never feel snubbed by anybody.
Okay.
Don't worry. But I have seen it.
It is.
You see it. You see
They
it.
try
in
to make
people.
you feel like that.
Yeah.
Right.
That you don't belong there, maybe.
I think certain people feel like this. I used to feel like this before, and I actually trained myself not to feel like this. I was purposely going to the branded shops. Obviously, I didn't have money to buy anything there,
But just because.
but just because.
You learn a lot of things.
Yeah, to see what they have. And the most important, to get rid of this, like something is wrong, I cannot afford, and
afford.
how they look at me. I don't care how you look at me now. And it's out of my system. I can enter any shop anytime, and just because I'm curious, even though I'm not gonna buy anything, but to see what world is offering. And I don't see anything wrong about it. You're exposing, you're displaying, you're screaming, we are the best, we are this and that. Okay, let me see.
Beautiful.
I love that, the switch.
But also one thing, it is interesting because then all this luxury is produced by people, like you said, very humble
Yeah.
people. So the workforce, the artistry behind it is made by people. They are obsessed with these things to produce. This is why they improve, they become better also in any other type of field like watchmaking, etc. The watchmaker are very humble people.
Yes.
And they're like workers in a factory pretty much.
Yes.
And then you have one or two of them, they manage to start their own or maybe to grow in the direction. They are focused on producing something. The economical aspect is not necessarily belong to them. They
Exactly.
like the virtuosism of the thing. They like of the shape virtuosism, the technical virtuosism, the mechanical part. They like that. And to be like that, you must have some sort of humble in yourself. Otherwise, how can you learn from the other people around you? Because you cannot know everything about
Of course.
everything. And in fact, I was stoned when I came to you on the Geraldi in Rome. Because you see them very, you see guys with T-shirts, tattoos. They don't look like belonging to that. And this is very interesting. I was checking also some picture of, I don't remember which watchmaking factory, and there was this gentleman full of tattoo, and he was doing very enameling, very detailed things. And it's interesting about, how much the artistry is detached in reality, or how the artist looks like.
Yes.
You might have an opinion, and then you say, wow,
But
this
it's
gentleman
not,
is...
it's the brand. How
Yeah, the brand is totally detached for everything else.
from the actual
Yes.
craftsman.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But is this luxury then?
I mean,
The fact that they're hiding in the background,
because
dietro le quinte,
because they
as per
want
se.
to. This is interesting because you're entering into the concept of pricing. Because how can I justify the price of my item to be, 3 times more than the cost of production versus they can be 1,000 times more the cost of production? Because if you take any average, I'll say watch, because I know more about watch than jewels, the cost of production is pretty known. It can range between, averagely speaking, production line, $1,500 till $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for piece. For masterpiece, you can reach above that. But then the same piece, they cost $1,500. There are certain brand, they declare which is the cost, and they declare, okay, we'll apply 4 times the price of production. Okay, there are some brands that are doing that. They like to have this kind of transparency with the customer. Then there are other brands that says, okay, let's do like this. This is $1,500. Let's put it on sale on $15,000. And with this cost of $15,000, you are thinking, okay, I'm overpaying for the product. But at the same time, you're paying for the marketing that they need to do. You're paid to have economical power to do research and development to do. So there is a kind of meaning why it costs much more than the 3 or 4 times the price of production rule, whoever invented this rule, because they need to do certain things like the sales advisor, the boutique looks alike, the marketing, the experience. They invite you over the boutique, they let you try, they invite you over for a dinner out. So all these things has a cost. Plus you have the cost of the fee that they will be, let's say, given to each sales advisor. And so you understand that the machine absorbs so much money to grow. So when the brand is small, you can apply an easy mathematical rule, but as more big it becomes, as more economical power he needs, and also as more the actual margins shrink. This is like, like with empires back in the days, more become bigger, and the cost they got, they're not proportionate.
Correct. There's a sweet spot. Once you
There's
grow
a sweet
bigger
spot.
than that,
Exactly, the margin go down. So this is applied, I think, to any type of let's say, a big brand.
right?
Okay, but when you are a small brand, and you work like through referral, that's a different story. So I believe it is tricky to identify which is the value, economical value of something, if you look for the intrinsic value only. But the point is, which is the willpower that you have to buy. For example, you check a jewel. Okay, I like this jewel and I value this jewel at this amount because my knowledge make me believe this is the value they give to this jewel. It's totally detached by the price, the actual price of the item. I can value 10 times more. I can value half of the price of production. Depends, it's very subjective, I believe.
Indeed.
And this happened also in my practice when they're coming for doing services, aesthetic service, which is the value that they perceive is supposed to cost the thing. And who imprinted them, because there's an imprinting also, who imprinted them through cultural certain information that they reach those people to value the things in a way, not the other.
Correct.
So why the GMT, Rolex, whatever, it is more worth it now that's out of production while before the day before of when it's still in production was worth it off. Why? It's an iconic piece. No, it's not. Everybody has it. Who says that? And who create this kind of trend to make it perceived like that? So like you said, the marketing behind.
Marketing.
It's beautiful if you're thinking about it.
It is a beautiful phenomenon.